Speaking of if we ever broke up, you know, like public proposals, hey? Because once a proposal is public, like it's at a stadium or it's at a concert, then everybody's on the journey of this relationship.
Yeah, especially if it's like a massive show of and always
Public display of affection,
yes,
yeah.
And I always feel it's so weird for, like, let's say now the dude's proposing. It's so weird for the girl because now, how do you say no in front of like hundreds of people? You can't.
Look, I'll be the first to say there are women out there who love nothing more than a public proposal. Like, it's their thing, that's the vibe. In fact, they tell their friends to tell their boyfriend, you just make sure he knows that if he ever wants to propose, it has to be big, it has to be a splash. I'm talking an airplane dragging a message in the sky. Will you marry me, Ashley? But then when I saw this story, when I saw this podcast, I said to myself, oh my word, she did get engaged on stage at Beyonce's concerts. So remember when Beyonce was... Her creative was very much the three dancers, her and two other dancers. It was around the single ladies phenomenon.
Okay.
Single ladies, ego diva. That was like, it was always her and two dancers behind her. One of her main dancers' name was Ashley.
Okay.
And then the one concert, like literally 80,000 people, Ashley's boyfriend obviously had spoken to Beyonce's team and asked if he can please propose to Ashley on stage.
At the office.
And,
This is her office, guys.
Exactly.
She's busy working.
So-
Sorry, Queen Bee. Sorry, Ashley. I know you're dancing at the moment, but just is
Here
that
I am.
literally what happened?
But that's literally what happened. Literally, Beyonce had to scoot to the side while this man took Beyonce's microphone and proposed to his girlfriend, Ashley.
Okay.
Years later, we find out how Ashley felt about that moment.
Proposal was the beginning of the end, baby. That was a proposal done for him, not me. Like,
So you think it was like a grand gesture just for his
Yeah.
ego more than anything?
yeah, literally as soon as it happened, he was like, we went viral, yes. It wasn't planned, we didn't talk about it. I was looking at Julius like, who allowed this? Who allowed this? Like, who allowed this? Why didn't you tell me? Why is he up here? I was livid. I was livid. Now looking back. And also, if you watch back, I never say yes. I go, stop it.
So, Frankie, you're right. Even if she had said yes, we wouldn't have heard it because there's 80,000 people
Yeah,
screaming.
you'd never hear her.
But when we're watching the video, she doesn't say yes, but she kind of gives like this hesitant nod. Guys, you don't ever want the woman you are asking to marry you to just nod.
Give a hesitant nod.
Yeah.
This is such a strange situation because she, like I say, she's at work, right?
Dude.
So my question is, what does the concert continue? And she continues dancing.
Yes, now I have to go back to work after I get proposed to. And the first thing the man says is we went viral. So that's your only concern, that we went viral. But now we know someone who knows Ashley.
Oh,
Yeah, Zweli from Lunchtime with Zweli, afternoons on 947. Zweli met Ashley. Zweli, Mara, the streets take you everywhere. Where now?
Good morning and happy birthday.
Oh,
First of
thank
all.
you. Thank you, Zweli. Thank you. Friend, where did you meet Ashley?
So I'm listening to the story of
Yeah.
you guys chatting about Ashley and this man just wanting this viral moment. And I immediately remembered that I think it was Kong or Sumo, that's what it was called, that weekend of Global Citizen. So we were literally in the same area. I think I might still have some videos. It was on my old phone though. But yeah, I met Ashley. She was there with Beyonce's team.
Oh, wow.
so they went out for the night and then you were hanging out with Ashley.
Basically, yeah. 1st of December, I'll never forget. 2018, I think it was. Yeah.
And
It all happened
was this
then.
before or after the proposal?
It was way before the proposal.
Okay,
So yeah, it was
okay.
definitely before the proposal. Yeah, I don't think she was engaged yet, and there was no ring, and she was having a lot of fun. So I can imagine it was before the proposal.
Lovely girl, eh? And she was hot. Still is
Oh,
hot.
of course she is. If
Yeah.
you're working with Beyonce, you're automatically hot.
You
So
know, it's
yeah.
immediately plus 10 in the looks department. Okay, Zweli.
100.
And what do you think about this thing? Would you ever do a public proposal? Or let's ask it the other way around. If somebody had to propose to you in a public manner like that, what's your take?
I can't do it. I don't like attention. So it's
Yeah.
weird because I'm in an industry it's all about attention. But please don't put eyes on me like that. You are doing it for yourself. It's not for me. Like, if you're going to propose, please, no. I also wouldn't propose in public, please.
Zweli, so I've got to take that off the running order for Anelli in the Club Live then. Because that was one of the notes we had of Anelli in the Club Live. Zweli gets proposed to. Okay, I'll scratch it out. Okay.
Cancelled immediately. Thank you, Zweli. We'll catch up with you this afternoon, yeah?
Amazing. I'll catch you guys at 12.
Bye,
Cheers.
bye.
Cheers.
That's hilarious. Dude, I don't mind attention. I don't go after attention, but I don't mind attention. But even I wouldn't have liked a public proposal from my man.
No, I feel
No.
like I personally think it's something really special between the two of you.
Yeah.
It's the start of a promise, right? So
Yeah.
I'm not so sure that this can happen in front of thousands of people.
Because my cry is, and here's the thing, I think movies would like to paint it that a proposal happens and then you just say yes and then it's done. But there's a conversation that happens.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
There's a very intimate conversation that happens on the way to saying yes,
Yes.
right? Or you say yes and then you start the conversation type of thing. And like now, if you're doing it in front of 100,000 people, I can't tell you things. I can't say anything because the pressure is now for me to say yes.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and then off we go. Natasha, good morning.
Hi, good morning, guys.
Hi, Natasha. How are you?
Good, thanks, and you?
So you said your first engagement was a disaster. Spill.
Yeah, let's just say it was a disaster. So, and thank goodness he's not my husband now.
Thank God. Okay, so what
I've got
happened?
a good one.
Where
So
did he
what
propose?
happened was, so it was in PE at his parents' house.
Okay, enough said. Thanks.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Exactly.
city of love.
Yeah, and that's why it was a disaster. Thanks, bye. So
Okay.
anyway, he did it. He wanted to do it on Christmas Day, so that was also just such a cliche for me. And you know those little decorations that are wrapped as presents, but they've got like polystyrene inside.
Oh yes, the fake, like it's a fake gift.
Yes,
it's
those
to make the
fake-
tree look like there's lots of gifts. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So he had a little box, a ring box, as one of those, and it looked like a decoration. But he was expecting me to say, "Ooh, what's in that little box?"
Oh.
But I didn't because I thought it was a decoration.
Oh.
And then we sat next to each other on the couch on Christmas morning, and he's like, "Oh, well, you see that gold little box there? That's your ring. Do you want it now?"
Do
And I'm
you
like,
want
what?
it now?
And you said.
Yeah, literally, do you want it now? I was like, "No, I don't want it now. Go back and try again, buddy."
Oh. And then that was the end of the engagement attempt.
Yeah, and honestly, now that I knew it was going to happen, I dressed to the nines every day. I did my makeup, I did my hair, and it just wasn't happening. And then I was like, oh, well, it's obviously not going to happen. And then on the last day of the year where I wore no makeup, looked like a total hobo, he decided to propose on that day.
You see now.
So the whole thing was just
That's
a
almost
nightmare.
worse for me. That's almost worse for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're not ready.
So yeah, needless to say, we are not together anymore. Now I have an amazing husband who puts so much effort into the proposal.
Yeah. What did he do? Quickly. What did he do? How did he propose?
In the Drakensberg with the mountains as the backdrop.
See.
There we go.
And he organized a whole restaurant to clear out for me.
There we go.
And at this lodge, and flowers and roses and candles, and art is beautiful.
That's amazing.
There we go. And you know what, Timbuktu,
So he made up for it.
Yeah, there we go. God came through there, Natasha. But you know, Timbuktu always says, here's another thing. If it's somebody's graduation, that's not the day to propose. That's their graduation. It's like if they got a promotion, they ran a marathon, they're doing something big for themselves with their life. That's not your cue to come and steal the sunshine.
I have big issues with people piggybacking on a big moment. Like, I'm already having something that's special, that's mine.
Yeah.
Don't add another layer. You can propose tomorrow, next week. Don't
Dude,
bore me.
All of it, Christmas, New Year's Eve, leave things that are there already. They are in the calendar
Find
for
your
a
own
reason.
day.
Find your own day.
Yeah.
Go and make the 19th of September special. Don't, not Jesus' birthday.
Exactly.
Not the 25th of December.
I think for me it's a bit of the opposite side, you know, as the male in the relationship. It was more of like a pressure to propose before we were ready, and then our proposal just didn't last.
Like 2 of my friends were actually going through a rough patch relationshipically. And then from there, they wanted to go to God's window to actually go pray. Did we not get there and a guy actually proposed to a lady? And there were quite a lot of people actually there. But then the lady was like, She did not even respond.
Anele and the club
on 947.